2026 United Cup Tennis Tournament, U.S. vs. Argentina. Coco Gauff of the United States serves during the women's singles match against Solana Sierra of Argentina in the Group A round-robin match between the United States and Argentina at the 2026 United Cup Tennis Tournament in Perth, Australia, January 3, 2026. Photo by Showdown/Chinois. Coco Gauff of the United States returns the ball during the women's singles match against Solana Sierra of Argentina in the Group A round-robin match between the United States and Argentina at the 2026 United Cup Tennis Tournament in Perth, Australia, January 3, 2026. Photo by Showdown/Chinois. Sebastian Baez of Argentina serves during the men's singles match against Taylor Fritz of the United States in the Group A round-robin match between the United States and Argentina at the 2026 United Cup Tennis Tournament in Perth, Australia, January 3, 2026. Photo by Showdown/Chinois. Taylor Fritz of the United States competes during the men's singles match with Sebastian Baez of Argentina in the Group A round-robin match between the United States and Argentina at the 2026 United Cup Tennis Tournament in Perth, Australia, January 3, 2026. Photo by Showdown/Chinois. Coco Gauff, R, of the United States poses with Solana Sierra, L, of Argentina before their women's singles match in the Group A round-robin match between the United States and Argentina at the 2026 United Cup Tennis Tournament in Perth, Australia, January 3, 2026. Photo by Showdown/Chinois. Taylor Fritz, R, of the United States poses with Sebastian Baez of Argentina before the men's singles match in the Group A round-robin match between the United States and Argentina at the 2026 United Cup Tennis Tournament in Perth, Australia, January 3, 2026. Photo by Showdown/Chinois. United in competition, a creative look at U.S. vs. Argentina at the 2026 United Cup. The sun blazed over Perth's RAC Arena on a vibrant summer afternoon. It was January 3, 2026, the early days of tennis's first major event of the year, the United Cup, a unique mixed-team tournament where nations don't just send their best players, but their identity, spirit, and dreams to fight on the hard courts of Australia. Reddit. This year's United Cup was more than a tournament. It was a stage for sportsmanship and national pride. The first major stop before the Australian Open, and a chance for players to write the first sentences of their new season story. Reddit. For the United States and Argentina, two nations with rich tennis histories and deep reservoirs of passion, their Group A clash was shaping up to be a battle of wills, a dramatic showdown that mirrored the contrast between U.S. flair and Argentine grit. Argentina's morning spark. Baez strikes first. Before the crowd in Perth could fully assemble, Argentina's Sebastián Baez had already sent a powerful message. Facing Taylor Fritz, the United States' top male player and a firm favorite, Baez produced a performance laced with intensity and belief. From the opening rallies to the final decisive point, Baez played with the kind of fearless energy that defines his rise, never shying from Fritz's booming serve or his heavy baseline game. He refused to yield, clawing back each opportunity until, with a controlled yet explosive finish, he sealed a three-set victory, 4-6, 7-5, 6-4. The Argentine shouted with joy, stunned his opponent, and thrust his country into a 1-0 lead. Women's Tennis Association +1. This wasn't just a point on the scoreboard, it was the thesis statement of Argentina's day. We are here to compete, to challenge, and to aspire. Fans in the arena erupted, chants of support weaving into the hot Australian air as Baez soaked in the moment. The U.S. answers, Gauff's commanding world. But the evening belonged to Coco Gauff. Stepping on the court shortly after Baez's victory was the American phenom, already a multiple Grand Slam semifinalist and a top-ranked star. In the face of Argentina's no small task, she brought focus and ferocity. Gauff jumped out to a blistering start against Solana Sierra, her Argentine opponent. With blistering speed, precise angles, and that signature calm under pressure, Gauff commanded the match from the baseline. A swift 6-1, 6-1 victory didn't just level the tie at 1-1. It sent a message: the United States was not going to yield easily. Women's Tennis Association +1. Every point Goff played felt like a brushstroke in a masterful painting, bold, confident, and decisive. The crowd, sensing her control, gave every rally and every stunning winner the applause it deserved. Doubles drama, U.S. clinches victory. With the tie balanced at 1 match apiece, the decisive battle was set, mixed doubles. Enter Goff and Christian Harrison for the United States, a duo with energy and teamwork pulsing at their core, against Argentina's Maria Lourdes Carl and Guido Andreazzi. What followed was a display of teamwork that was as tactical as it was thrilling. The Americans blended baseline consistency and net aggression, keeping their opponents off balance and earning crucial points. With shots that danced across the court and strategic poaching at key moments, Goff and Harrison closed out the match 6-4, 6-1, sealing the tie for the United States, 2-1. Women's Tennis Association. For the United States, it was a storybook comeback, absorbing the early Argentine momentum, finding balance, and finishing with authority. More than a match, a tale of two nations. Beyond the scoreboard, this clash carried the essence of what the United Cup represents. On one side, Argentina, a nation with deep tennis roots, fierce competitors, and underdogs with hearts burning bright. Their early performance in the tournament hinted at a team hungry to write their own chapter, not just for this year but for their place in tennis's mixed team history. On the other, the United States, a powerhouse in tennis, riding both youth and experience, blending the precision of its singles stars with the adaptability required in team play. Their duel in Perth was not just about who won, it was about the ebb and flow of competition, the thrill of early season intensity, and the beauty of mixed team sport where men and women compete side by side, each point contributing equally to a nation's story. Reddit. The audience's perspective. For the fans, whether in the packed stands under the Perth sun or watching across continents, Group A's United States vs. Argentina match delivered drama, variance, and excitement. From the shock of Baez's upset over Fritz to Goff's poised dominance and the mixed doubles crescendo, spectators witnessed more than tennis. They saw resolve, response, and teamwork in action. Commentators noted how this match mirrored the spirit of the United Cup, unpredictable, immersive, and rich with narrative possibilities. They pointed out how early performances like this set the tone not just for Group A standings but for the energy of the entire tournament. Reddit. What comes next, beyond Perth? While this story focused on a single tie, the 2026 United Cup continues across Perth and Sydney, featuring many other nations and thrilling matchups through January 11th. For both the United States and Argentina, their journey is far from over, but this early exchange, this battle of nations, will linger in the minds of players and fans alike. It was more than tennis. It was a celebration of rivalry and respect, an exchange of intensity and grace. In the end, both countries left the court with something greater than a scoreline, a shared chapter in the ongoing story of global sport.